Alright, today we're going to work on 5 tips for better proportions when drawing. The first thing is gridding. Gridding's been around for eons and eons. The old masters actually set up tables with wire grids on it. And what gridding is basically breaking your picture down to separate parts and ultimately drawing in each part, in each segment. Now, another aspect is looking at the angles and measuring. This is basically time-aged technique of holding up your pencil or pen or paintbrush and using your thumb to measure that to the tip and creating a distance going from A to B. Measuring angles is another aspect. Measuring angles is often used with plumb weights that are put on an easel. When we're plain air painting, putting an angle gives us the idea of what's going straight up and down. So we can base things off of that angle. Another way is to start with simple shapes. It's easy to take a box or a circle and start subtracting or adding to that particular object. And that way what we can do is basically build out our objects using simple form and shapes. We can also work on creating smaller forms. This is using value to create shadows or create shapes, and we can use those value tonal aspects to create simple shapes. Especially on a face, this works great when you have to cut out and create different aspects of where shadow and light start and stop. Then there's drawing with reference. If you have reference, you have something to look at. If you're trying to make it up from your head, you're definitely going to have more issues with your drawing. Drawing from reference will give you a closer aspect of what real life is and thus better proportions. And finally, it just boils down to practice. The more you do, the more you draw, especially from real life, the easier things get. The easier it is to get to measure proportions and measurements and angles. And so practice is your biggest one. So that's 5 tips to draw better proportions. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope you like this next video, and I hope you have a great day.